By the end of the final whistle being blown by the referee down in Catalonia, Barcelona found themselves out of the equation. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokan David, and in the Germany side, Borussia Dortmund has gone ahead obviously show to us that they're really a very huge side that is really untouchable and really unbuggable. They've gone ahead to knock out Atletico Madrid in a very good end-to-end game. It has been an end-to-end game, and guess what? Diego Simeone couldn't obviously keep his team intact. We very much know that Diego Simeone is one of those people that really keeps his team intact, but this time round he went ahead to fail himself, and guess what? He swallowed four. And remember that last time he went ahead to pay a visit to the side of Borussia Dortmund. He went ahead to obviously swallow the same number of goals. So let's obviously get into how these games of football went ahead to happen down at these stadiums that went ahead to happen. So let's see close to 100 likes much in this video and continue to obviously subscribe. Remember, before we went to these games, I had gone ahead to come up in the match review. Sorry, in the match, it's called the match, it's called what? It's called the match day live, and I told you that I think it's gonna be Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund to go through. And if it was not his stupid mistake being done by Araujo, I would have gone ahead to see Barcelona knock out Real Madrid, and that is what Araujo went ahead to do. Very, very stupid yellow card. You cannot tell me that you won away down in PSG, right? And you've already gone ahead to score one goal. You're having an aggregate of 4-2. Even a draw, if at all that goal goes in, just saves you, and you find yourself fouling the player, yet you are the last man, and you know what the regulations are. The moment you foul a player outside the teenage box area, or when you foul a last man, it's all about the referee. And you know what the regulations are. He either gives you a red card, or he gives you what we call a yellow card. So this time round, the referee was like, I have to send you off. And he was really sent off the field of play. And by the time he was sent off, the game was 1-0. And he went ahead to give his side a very hard battle. It was really not a molehill. It was an Everest mountain for them to climb, because he got the red card in the 29th minute, and they had to play 61 minutes when they're a man down. And when you look at the attacking force of PSG, there is no way you can survive. There is no way they could survive that. And it shows you how bad Barcelona went ahead to look. Into that game because of Araujo. The game plan they had was okay, because at the beginning of the game they decided, let us really go ahead and really open up. Let us really invite pressure. When they attack us, we'll hit them on the break and utilize those small pockets of space to obviously get one into. And that's how it happened in the 12th minute. Lamine Yamal went ahead to obviously put in an assist for the side of Barcelona, and Rafinha went ahead to find himself on target. And they had gone ahead to really consolidate and grow into the game better. But after that red card in the 29th minute, 11 minutes later, Ousmane Dembele went ahead to level the game. And in the second half, 9 minutes into the start of the second half, Vitinha again, as he did to score the second goal in Paris, went ahead to put PSG ahead. Then Kylian Mbappe went ahead to obviously score in the 61st minute, and in the 89th minute went ahead to score a penalty to obviously get himself a brace. A man who was really out of this game, and it looked like he was not going to be doing anything in that game of football. But in the game of football, never say never. Never say never, and Mbappe went ahead to rise up to the occasion. But it will all be put onto that guy. That is Araujo went ahead to obviously gift this game to PSG. And I think with that strength of PSG, I don't think they can obviously go past the side of Borussia Dortmund. Mozora Eli Aradi, thank you for your updates. Barcelona made mistakes. Yeah, it was really a very huge mistake made by Araujo, because you cannot come out and really put in such a stupid mistake, if I told you Araujo, with you being the senior defender in that central defense, because Chubasi is a 17-16-year-old player, and you, the most experienced, went ahead to obviously do the needful, and it was really uncalled for him to do that. And if I am the manager of Barcelona, I have to be pissed at that guy, because he went ahead to obviously put in a very bad shift onto the night that went ahead to cost the side of Barcelona. Now let's obviously go ahead and really see what the game was in as far as stats were really concerned. The game was as follows. The stats were as follows: 7 shots by Barcelona, PSG had 21 shots. 3 shots on target by Barcelona, PSG had 9. 32% ball possession by Barcelona, PSG had 68. Remember, in the first leg, Barcelona had a lion's share of the possession, but they had like 58. And this time round, PSG has gone ahead to obviously come in through and really put in the required shift. Then 285 passes completed by Barcelona. PSG completed 581 times to the passes that Barcelona completed. 71% passing accuracy by Barcelona, 90% passing accuracy by PSG. 10 fouls by Barcelona, 12 fouls by PSG, 5 yellow cards to Barcelona and 4 yellow cards to PSG. Then 1 red card to the side of Barcelona and 0 red cards to the side of PSG. 1 offside to Barcelona and 2 offsides to PSG. Then 3 corners to Barcelona and 9 corners to the side of PSG. And I tell you what, Barcelona sport their day. They sport their day, and where Araujo is gonna be in that dressing room, he's not gonna be a happy man, because he had all what it takes to take Barcelona to the semi-finals, but he really went ahead to do them bad. Kylian Mbappe, the man that went ahead obviously score brace and really never looked like he was going to score anything or get anything in this game, went ahead to obviously produce the following game by numbers. By Statement Dave, 93% passing accuracy, 6 shots, 2 out of 3 dribbles completed, 2 chances created, 1 big chance created, 2 goals. That is Kylian Mbappe for you. And those 2 goals that Kylian Mbappe has gone ahead to obviously score have gone ahead to obviously put him into a very better position as a player. And Opta Joe has something to say about the goals that Kylian Mbappe has gone ahead to score. He has gone ahead to score, is it 14 goals away in the Champions League? That is Kylian Mbappe for you, and nothing is really going to stop him, because it feels like he needs to go for the big trophy. And before he signs out for the side of PSG, he feels like he should go ahead and obviously kill it off by winning a Champions League, a trophy that they've always gone ahead to long in for. And by the way, when a team reaches the semi-final, everything is really possible. Everything is really possible, and nothing is impossible in there for you, because they've gone ahead to be having a very star-studded side that has gone ahead to fail them winning those trophies. Knocked out in the semi-finals, I think in 2021, right, with Mauricio Pochettino. That was 2021, 2022, 2019, 2020. They lost in the finale. You know that very well. And they lost in the finale, and they found themselves in a position of really getting out. So Enrique has gone ahead to come back at Barcelona. He has gone ahead to obviously shock them, and he has gone ahead to take his side through to the next level. But I'm liking the project, and I think the decision to let Mbappe go to Real Madrid is really very pivotal, because Mbappe's presence is really affecting the playing time of players like Cole Moani and Ramos, you know, and Ramos. Those 2 center forwards are not really getting enough playing time, because Mbappe is being played as what we call a center forward into the side of PSG. So I'm really excited onto how the semi-final is gonna be, because we have now gone ahead to get to know the two semi-finalists, and now we are waiting for the results tomorrow to see who else is really gonna go in there for you. Who has gonna hit to join PSG in that ilk of playing into the semi-final? It's none other than Borussia Dortmund. And remember, the first leg ended 1 in Metropolitano Stadium, and today Julian Brandt has gonna hit obviously score in the 34th minute. Then Ian Maatsen 5 minutes later doubled the lead to make it 2-0. Then Matt Hummels went ahead to score an own goal, and then we had Angel Correa leveling up the game to be 2-2 in a very exciting encounter down at the Borussia Dortmund Stadium. Then Niklas Füllkrug went ahead, obviously put them ahead in the 71st minute, and that wasn't enough, because the moment that game ended 3-2, they're going to go to extra time. And guess what? Marcel Sabitzer, on loan at Man United last season, he came in through and put in a very good strike that never allowed the goalkeeper to obviously save it to make it 4-2, and they had to defend for like 20 minutes to obviously see themselves play into the round of 4, and they are through. Atletico Madrid has been knocked out, and now Borussia Dortmund is into the semi-final. But Ian Maatsen, he was the one responsible for the first goal they considered Metropolitano, and he has going to rise up to the occasion tonight to obviously score that goal. Chelsea fans, this boy left Chelsea when he was played as a central attacking midfielder, but right now at Borussia Dortmund, he's being played as a left back and is putting in better results. Kudos to Tazik, who was going to obviously see him as a left full back for the side of Borussia Dortmund. Now, let's go to the stats and see how they really went ahead, obviously pan out down there. 19 shots by Borussia Dortmund. Atletico had 10. 9 shots on target by Borussia Dortmund. 3 shots on target by Atletico Madrid. 52% ball possession by Borussia Dortmund. Atletico Madrid had 48%. 561 passes completed by Borussia Dortmund, and 516 passes completed by Atletico Madrid. %86 passing accuracy by Borussia Dortmund. Then 11 fouls. 84% passing accuracy by Atletico Madrid. 11 fouls by Borussia Dortmund. Then 11 fouls by Atletico Madrid. 1 yellow card to Borussia Dortmund and 0 yellow cards to Atletico Madrid. No red cards issued to any of the sides. Then 0 red cards to both sides. 1 offside to Borussia Dortmund. 2 offside to Atletico Madrid. 6 corners to Borussia Dortmund and 2 corners to the side of Atletico Madrid, and they're gonna hate to knock them out. No way it's really gonna take it to the next round. And today, 2 teams coming in from Spain are gonna hate to be knocked out. Remember, Spain had the most number of teams in the quarterfinals, and it was Real Madrid who are really playing Man City tomorrow. They also had Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. England had 2 teams, or still has 2 teams, Arsenal and Man City. Spain is left with 1 team, that is Real Madrid, that is taking on Man City today at the Etihad Stadium. A game that I believe Man City are really going to edge Real Madrid into that game, because the first leg ended 3-3. So, 2 Spanish teams are going to hit to be knocked out in a night, and they're going to hit to be knocked out away from home. And it has been really important to note how these teams have gone ahead, obviously put in the shift. So Xavi has been red carded, sent off because of the way he was really complaining, and I tell you, nothing is really gonna stop us from obviously getting in some beautiful game. But for Kylian Mbappe, these are kind of games we're gonna be playing a lot when he's playing against Barcelona for Real Madrid, because we all know that he has already gonna hit a great deal to play for Real Madrid and is coming in through thick and fast. Ousmane Dembele has been named the man of the match, and he came out and really said the following after being named the man of the match. Ousmane Dembele said the following, that Barcelona is a great club. I love it. I'm very happy in Paris, and now we go to the semi-finals. The whistles from Barcelona fans, it's normal in every football stadium. So they're gonna hit to obviously throw lots of tantrums to him, abuses and insults, but he was like, I'm not gonna lose my head. I have to come out and really finish the job that brought me to the stadium, and went ahead to obviously take his side to the semi-finals. And this time round, he might be the reason as to why everything really goes on like that. And for Xavi, he's still complaining about how the referee went ahead to obviously make a very stupid decision to obviously send off the guy. He said, it's a pity our Champions League is over due to referee's mistake. I just told the referee that he's been a disaster. It's the reality. And obviously, I agree with Xavi, because I refer to how mean the referee in the game of Arsenal was against Bayern Munich. One thing that I wouldn't forget in that game of football is that elbow that Harry Kane went ahead to obviously hit in the face of Gabriel Magalhaes. That is a pure penalty. It's a pure penalty. It's a pure penalty, but it looks like the referee was like, no way. No way that was going to be given as a penalty. And that's what Xavi is complaining about, because in other teams, in other games in the Champions League, that's not given as a penalty. You understand? And in other games, or little games, is going to have to be given. Do you remember the reply? The referee that officiated the game of Arsenal versus Bayern Munich that ended 2-2 at Emirates went ahead to obviously give to Thomas Tuchel after he was telling him that, did you notice that Gabriel Magalhaes went ahead to hold the ball in the 18 box area? The referee said, at this level, we cannot give out childish penalties. You know, that's why we went ahead obviously turned down the penalty that would have gone ahead obviously be given to Bukayo Saka in the dying minutes. So I think there is inconsistency in their judgments, and if you referee, it's better you give that guy a yellow card. For me, I was like, don't send him off. Give him a yellow card and wait for him to make another foul and maybe send him off, and the world will be like, all right, you're gonna have to send him off in the best way. So it is really very important, and today's results have gone ahead to obviously put the following teams into a very bad narrative of the FIFA World Cup that is going to be played in America, that is in 2025. And Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that official Atletico Madrid are disqualified to Clubs World Cup. Barcelona will not be at the Clubs World Cup. Now it's Man City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Inter, Juventus, PSG, Benfica, FC Porto, final one, Arsenal or Salzburg. So that's what the Club World Cup is going to be all about in the year of 2025. So the coefficients have gone ahead to drop these players out, and we wait to see how the cream de la cream is going to be taken to the side of Italy, and see how a lot is going to be put to the rescue. So for me, it is really very important to note that these games of football ahead obviously happen, and I've gonna hate to enjoy them. I tell you, I've gonna hate to enjoy them, and I'm really excited. And for those playing tomorrow or today, Arsenal is playing Bayern Munich, and Man City is hosting or entertaining Real Madrid at the Etihad. Now, let me go a little bit into your comments, and we call it a night. Mozora Eli, let us wait. Arsenal today. In my country, it's today because it's already Wednesday. Yeah, let's wait and see how Arsenal is gonna really figure out its nasty stuff and nitty-gritties. Then later we'll get to know what they are really willing to do. Then Kagwisanje Baker, I like Urokani. It was my prediction for PSG to go through. Yeah, but for me, I thought Barcelona would go through, but I tell you what, the moment a red card came in through, I got to know they are done, because One man less creates spaces for Osman Dembele and Kylian Mbappe to obviously operate, yet they had gone ahead to make it hard for them to operate into those spaces. But the moment they're off, obviously, you know what is going to really happen. It's going to be what we call a huge exposure in there for you. Then Abdallah Kagwisanye, good night Aradi, all right, good night to you too. Then we're having Kagwisaje Beka. Mbappe has really showed what he is. He seriously wants to take the next Ballon d'Or. Yeah, and talking about the Ballon d'Or, he might be into that ilk of really winning the Ballon d'Or, because when you look at what he's doing, you know, he's going to be playing in the Euros. If at all he happens to take his team to the final, even if he doesn't win and wins the Euros, trust me, no one is going to really stop him from really lifting that Ballon d'Or, because they will say he took his team to the finals, and it can go either way between PSG and Borussia Dortmund. Then winning the Euros in Germany, obviously he might find himself in that level, in those levels of being referred to as that kind of player to obviously win the Ballon d'Or. He wants to win a Ballon d'Or. That's why he wants to go to Real Madrid and see whether they won't really give him a Ballon d'Or. Then Abdallah Kagwisaje, PSG was almost getting Barcelona at, I know it's no longer company, is under construction. This is a different stadium altogether, but all in all, Barcelona was at home. I tell you, PSG, the moment the game started, they looked a more hungry side. However much Barcelona went ahead to obviously get a goal up ahead of them, PSG looked a more hungrier side. They had the possession, and they had everything in their favor, even before Araujo was really taken off. But I thought Araujo, if he kept himself more composed and stayed on, they would have gone ahead to obviously knock out PSG. But playing for close to 60 minutes, you know, close to 70 minutes, when you're really having a man down against PSG, you have no chance against them. Christine Ongino, I wish my Arsenal team can also be like PSG. Yeah, it's possible, but PSG is going to have to turn around this result because the team went ahead to get a red card. If the red card was not given, trust me, it would have gone ahead to go a long way. Then Christine Ongino, I hope Timber is also together with the team. Timber is there, but I told you what Ateta told us, that he needs to come in through and really be part of a competitive game of football. After him being part of the competitive game of football, then he'll find himself into the first team, and we don't know when that is really gonna come out to happen in here. Now we have Kagwesi Jebeka. Guys, Arsenal, we need prayers to turn everything victorious. I understand, but I tell you, sometimes as I've told you in the last video, I'm just going to hit to record that all what Arsenal need is simple. Arsenal need to come out and really put in what we call a resilient defense. Because I know Arsenal can score against Bayern Munich. They can. But are they going to keep a clean sheet? Or they are going to concede 2 and score 3? That is the hugest point. Because if you are to go through here, what sees you through is your defense. Look at Atletico Madrid. They let in 4 goals. If a Diego Simeone team lets in 4 goals, then you get to know that everything is really known in its right chapter. You get? So, I feel like hard luck for Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. And Barcelona is playing Real Madrid over the weekend. There is the El Clasico is coming in through, and it's really going to be highly unheated, competed for. Then Richard Fenny, hey, I'm Richard from Uganda. Arsenal is going to win by 2-1. All right, let's wait and see how that fixture goes. Then Mwene Molemba from Zambia, thank you for watching him through, and this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Let me go to managing back and see a little bit what the players are really saying. Jules Kunde, this defeat is very painful. We had a great desire to reach the semi-finals. It was a great opportunity. It's unfortunate to lose this way. Obviously, it's very unfortunate that Barca's going to hit to lose that way. Ter Stegen, the goalkeeper, I'm sure if it was 11 versus 11, a lot would have changed. Obviously, that was known. It was known and written over the world that if it was 11 over 11, it would have gone ahead to be hard for the side of what is it called, for the side of PSG to obviously edge Barcelona. He also said, Ter Stegen, this loss hurts, but I'm proud of the way we competed. Obviously, no one gave Barcelona a chance to reach the quarterfinals, and everything is really great. Xavi said, we had good chances to score. We also made substitutions, and we can talk about all the factors, but the truth is that the red card ended the match. That is it. The red card went ahead to end the match, and no doubt about that. It went ahead to end the match completely. Frank de Jong, the referee must understand that people have emotions. The first reaction may be aggressive, but then they calm down. He starts by showing the cards to everyone, and this is not permissible. You understand? So, de Jong felt like the referee was really bad, and Xavi has said, we are disappointed and hungry because I believe that Araujo's red card sealed the fate of elimination. We are holding together. Well, when we were 11-11, when we were 11 against 11, but that red card is what changed everything. That is Xavi. And everyone will know that the red card is really, 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 really bad. And Xavi also said, we'll try again. We are solid in the Champions League, which I think is important. We have to learn to control the small details. Next year, we will be back. So, him saying that he's going to be back raises lots of concerns and questions, because we all know that he promised us that he's not going to stay at Barcelona, and has the convincing tongue of Laporte and Deco hit the mind of Xavi, because Xavi is a La Masia graduate, and he feels like if they've gone ahead to grant him a chance, he's going to come in through and do it. But I went ahead to read an article that they need to offer him classy players. That's when he's going to really keep himself around. Now, let me go to PSG, the PSG hub, right, and see what they have to say about this result down in all right, nothing in here, so let's wait and see how that happens. But thank you guys for watching it through. I talk for me about Jesus is fit. He's with Arsenal down in Germany, and we are waiting to see, you know, how they're obviously gonna come in through and obviously usher him into that team. But I would fancy him to start. So, Borussia Dortmund last played in the semi-finals in 2013. And in that semi-final, they had to obviously reach the final. After reaching the final, they played Bayern Munich. And I think it was, which guy? Arjen Robben that went ahead, obviously, see to it that they don't really go through. But obviously, Borussia Dortmund deserves all the credit and what they went ahead to do in those games of football. And tomorrow or today, we are having Arsenal playing out Bayern Munich. I told you, I think the only way Arsenal can really go through is by taking this game to penalties. But I don't rule out that Arsenal can come in through and obviously shock Bayern Munich, because Bayern is porous, and away all on the road, Arsenal hasn't gone ahead to concede very many goals. But all in all, you have to obviously give Bayern Munich a benefit of doubt because they are home. If they played like that and they were clinical on the night when they were not having any fun at Emirates, how are they gonna act when they are really having fans in the Arians Arena? That is today. I'm having Mozora Eli. Good night, Aradi, watching from Kigali, Rwanda. Good night to you. I'm gonna be here doing the needful so that I really end this video in the next 2 or 3 minutes and obviously come to bed. But for Borussia Dortmund, when you look at Borussia Dortmund and PSG, a lot changes, and you don't know which player is going to be available and which player is not going to be available into those games. So for me, I find it very hard to obviously come in through to say that PSG is going to go through. I think Borussia Dortmund has shown us that they really have a very good manager who understands the game situations better than any manager, and he might really take them to the final. I think PSG is really vulnerable, very vulnerable, and if at all Borussia Dortmund brings their style of play to them, I think they can knock out that side of Borussia Dortmund. So guys, Thank you very much for watching through, guys. I'm feeling dozy. I don't know whether you guys are really seeing me, but thank you for obviously being here. Muzora Eli, Abeka, Abdallah Kagwisaje, Mwene Mulemba. So everyone has been part of this video. I really love you, but the fact is PSG and Borussia Dortmund are through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League season 2023-2024.